What's up, dolls and gents? It's KelseeBrianaJai here with a video on the LaMer, the powder. I have never received so many requests to do a video on a product that's just like not, not a limited edition product or something that's like super hyped up. This is just a product I randomly picked up at Nordstrom, and I got a good response from you guys to go ahead and do a review. People were asking me about this product over and over and over again in the comments, and I was like, I will do a review for you guys so you can know whether or not this product is worth the money or not. So I got this from Nordstrom. I have a Nordstrom by me. They have a LaMer section, and I went over there. I didn't even try it. I just knew I wanted to buy it because I have been looking at it online. If you don't have a Nordstrom near you, you can always order this from either the website directly or through Nordstrom's. I recommend ordering it through Nordstrom because you can use Ebates, which is a cashback rebate site. If you haven't signed up for that, that's phenomenal. You get cash back for stuff you're going to buy anyways. But anyways, back to the powder. This powder retails for $65, which is kind of pricey. But if you know anything about this brand, then you know that it is a luxury brand. So this brand is going to have a lot of pricey items in it. So I wasn't really shocked about this powder. Actually, in comparison to a lot of other items that are in this brand, the LaMer brand, this powder actually is inexpensive in comparison. Because if you guys have never heard of their skin cream, then I don't know what rock you're living under. I first heard of that skin cream when I was a little girl. I used to read, I used to be so into tabloids. I would read them every day. I always had to have an In Touch magazine. I always had to have like Star magazine, People magazine, and I used to read that J-Lo would buy the LaMer cream and she would just put it all over her body, and I was like, I want to put that cream all over my body. This powder is called the powder, which is like really bold in my opinion. It's not like it's a powder, it is the powder. I'm like, okay, LaMer, so you better be confident about yourselves. It comes in this really pretty container. I think this looks super luxe. Like, this looks like it costs a lot of money. It has a frosted bottom, and then it has like this pearl white top, and then it has their name, and it tells you what exactly it is. When you open it up, it has the holes with the sifter, obviously, and then it comes with a little powder puff that says LaMer. And I have used this powder puff maybe once or twice, and I got it dirty and it just grossed me out, so I was like, I'm not going to keep that in there. But I did want to go ahead and keep it so you guys can see it because it does come with the puff. So this is the packaging that it comes in. Very simplistic, understated packaging. It's nothing that's just super fancy, but it does just look very simplistic and sleek, which a lot of people do like. This powder says on the back of the box that it is a weightless loose powder designed with charged particles to create a remarkably fresh finish. When I was applying this powder, I've used this powder several times over the course of about, I think I've had it about 2 months, so I've used it a good amount of times to be able to give you a good review on it and tell you exactly what I think. So in this video, you'll be able to see me apply the powder. I applied it all over my face today as my setting powder. I don't have any more setting powder on, and then I added in, like my bronzer, contour, blush, highlighter situation on top of there, and I feel like my face just looks really fresh and clean. I always feel like that when I apply this powder. I just feel like it just brightens the skin. LaMer claims that this powder is developed with symmetrically shaped, unique coated particles. It magnetically adheres to the skin. It is air-spun seaborne particles, some of which lightest materials on earth create an imperceptible finish that leaves skin looking flawless. You're left with a beautiful translucent coverage. How to use: lightly dust on with the included powder puff. I personally do not use that powder puff like I already stated. I either apply this powder with a looser brush, so not something that's super dense, to just really give a nice finish to the face, or I'll use my beauty blender or whatever sponge I'm using, and I will use it to set my under eye, as you will see in this video. So I like to use this powder to set underneath here because it really brightens it, but you have to be careful with this powder because if you apply too much, it can just get super bright. Especially, you need to take that in consideration if you're going to set your entire face with this powder. I just want you to be on alert that this powder does brighten the skin. So if you're wearing foundation and you set it with this powder, it's not going to give you any additional coverage. It's just going to set it. It's going to give you a nice, beautiful glow, but it does brighten it in my opinion. So if you're a person that's using a foundation that's a little bit too dark, then I would say this powder would be the perfect way to balance it out. Now, when I look at the powder, it's not just your everyday run-of-the-mill translucent powder. If you look closely at the powder, you can see like very finely milled glitter particles, which that may scare people that have like you know, problematic skin, you know, pores, wrinkles, lines. Don't be scared of that, because this powder just really gives this really angelic glow to the face. I kid you not. Every time I use this powder and I go out, people always tell me that I'm glowing. I've tried so many translucent powders, and this one definitely is not just your standard white translucent finely milled powder. This powder is so lightly milled that it literally feels like silk when I swatch it. It's so soft. Like, that's just the first thing. You can definitely tell that this is a luxurious product, because when you swatch it, you can feel it in the powder. It's such a soft blend, but at the same time, when you apply it on your face, it doesn't just look white. You know, sometimes you can have a white cast on your face when you're using a translucent powder. This one does not do that. Now, I will go ahead and tell you, if you're of a super deep complexion, it doesn't matter what translucent powder you use, you may experience some white cast. There's really nothing we can do about it. But if you were looking for a translucent powder, I feel like this one is the safest one to use of any translucent powder that I've ever tried in my life, because I feel like this one is the most universal one. But in comparison to the Laura Mercier powder, the Laura Mercier one is a little bit darker. So I'll let you kind of see that. So they're both called, I just thought that was interesting to note, that a lot of companies, when they call their powder translucent, the powder is literally white, but these two powders have a bit of a tint to them. So that's something to make note of. The LaMer powder is very, very lightweight, so you're not going to feel it on your face. So if you wanted to bake with this powder, then you can easily dust it off. But as I showed you too, you know how sometimes you can clean up your contour or bronzer line if you come down too far with your translucent powder? I feel like you're really not able to clean up that line with the LaMer powder, because it's so lightweight and it does not change or alter the color of your foundation by any means. Whatever color your foundation is, when you put it on your face, after you set it with the powder, it's still going to be that same color. It offers no color payoff, so you're not going to be able to change, add, alter, or do anything to the color of your foundation. So make sure that your skin is perfected before you set it with this powder. This powder is absolutely amazing. I really encourage all of you guys to try it. It's perfect for more mature skin, even, because it's going to give you that glow, that youthful glow that you're looking for. But just because I say that, don't freak out, because I feel like this is a good powder for all skin types, especially drier skin types, because it's going to add a little bit of a glow. But if you're an oily skin type, I feel like this powder has a little bit of oil controlling properties in there, because I never get oily when I use this powder. So I would say that this powder is suitable for all skin types and pretty much all skin tones. I feel like Nordstrom has the best customer service. They really stand behind their products. If you're not satisfied, so I don't have my top on my Laura Mercier powder, and you know, I took the little sifter thing off and I just dropped pretty much all of it. But like I was saying, Nordstrom has the best customer service of any store anywhere, so they 100% stand behind the products that they sell. So if you are in any way unsatisfied with your products, they will spend time with you to figure out why you're not satisfied, if that's what you want, or they ask no questions if you want to return it. So I almost always prefer to purchase from Nordstrom. This powder is 0.88 ounces. But looks are kind of deceiving. This powder looks like it comes in an enormous jar, like you're never gonna finish it. But the trick comes in, this one is 1 ounce. So actually there's more product in the Laura Mercier translucent powder than there is in the LaMer translucent powder, and you see the difference in the packaging. So this one is kind of a little bit for show. So it does not even come with the ounce of product, but really, you know how long it takes to get through translucent powder, because you know how little you need of it every day. So it'll probably take you at least a good 8 to 12 months to finish that if you use it every day. And don't waste it on the floor like I just did. If you're looking for a nice translucent powder that's not cakey, that's not going to emphasize texture, then definitely check that one out. Super nice, super luxurious. I feel like it's worth every penny. I use it all the time. I still love my other translucent powders, but I love that one too. This powder is amazing. It's going to give you that beautiful finished look to your makeup. if you're not wanting to commit to it, definitely check out a sample of it. They do give samples of translucent powders because it's something that you can just pour. And let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Let me know if you've tried any other products from this brand, or if you want me to try anything else from this brand, then let me know in the comment section, and I will talk to you guys later. Let me know if this video was helpful for anyone who is interested in this powder, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, that was extra. Smooches!